Hey guys, Mike here from Lunch Money Comics. I'm back at Brimfield Flea Market, one of the largest ones in the country. Normally, I come here for an entire day, maybe two, but this time, I'm actually on my way to the airport. Like literally, like right after I leave here, I'm going to the airport to fly across the country, which means I only have 2 hours to hunt through this giant flea market and try to find as many comic books as I can. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna start with a couple of vendors I know are pretty much always a guarantee, but otherwise, I have no idea how this is gonna work out. Come along for the ride, let's see how I do. So because I'm short on time, I'm starting at a couple of tried and true guarantees. People I know that have comic books, and here's the first stop right now. Hey Doug.
There he is.
There he is. Bob, what's going on?
Just watching your show.
Oh, you were? Good to see you guys.
Nice to see you, Mike.
I have 2 hours because I'm flying to Portland, Oregon in like 4 hours. So I have 2 hours to hunt and find as much stuff as I can.
I only have 18 boxes, so that, that's...
Well, it's going to take me a little while, but I started here first because I knew you'd have something, so
all right.
thanks.
It's good to see you, though.
You too.
This is not for you, though. This is for your son.
For my son?
It tells you everything about Marvel you ever want to know. It's beautiful inside.
Wow, no, he'll love it. Absolutely. My daughter might love it even more. She's hardcore into comic books right now.
I mean, even not a Marvel guy.
Oh,
if you
wow.
look at this, wait till you see the inside, though. It's really
That's
a great
really
book.
generous of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
beautiful.
for you, I know you liked this book last time.
I was coming here to buy it. And I want to buy it from you. So.
But I also I just picked this up, and this is
a 7 pence.
It's a
British.
Yeah, the British one.
That one did?
Yeah, the X-Men.
Oh, is that the one he just brought over? Yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah, Rick just brought this back from London. Cool. Awesome. Do you have the second race somewhere? I think I might have seen that last time I was here. I'll go look. See if I can find that other one I saw last time. It's this one. I believe that's a second race. Good stuff here.
Maybe the May show I will surprise you. He wanted me to bring some of my Golden Age.
I had a 90-year-old man recently bring me some books for weekend where I'm based out of. And so he and his daughter came, and they were all Westerns, but very minty.
Really?
Beautiful, all from the 40s.
For 40s? Oh, wow.
Not Dells,
Yeah. Still.
And so I bought what he had.
And this is in Pennsylvania?
All those nice books, the guy goes, do you mind if I have my binder back? I said, yeah, no problem.
A little beat up pile.
Well, there is a comic book dealer across the way, literally right next to Fork and Food from Atlanta, Georgia.
Really?
He's got all jewelry and everything, and in the middle of everything is 10 boxes of comics.
Oh, anything good?
Silver Age and Bronze
Oh.
Age. Or
Is he priced okay?
yeah, what he's doing is, if it's stickered $5 or less, you pay the sticker.
Oh.
Anything over $5, it's 50% off the sticker.
Oh, come on.
What's crazy about that is $5 books are not a dozen. And those are the ones you probably should discount it and stuff before the tax. Probably better books.
Well, they're not all 5. There's some are 4, 3,
Yeah, no, I got it
$4.
right here. The other one.
But it's everything else, no matter what the price is, 50% off the sticker. Yeah, because I went to That's Entertainment, I managed to get Jungle Comics.
So I'll go 50 for the two.
Good. It sounds like a deal, man. Doug, you're a gentleman and a scholar, as usual. I'm happy I got to see you briefly. Oh, I got to show people this. People have been asking. I got this little Lunch Money wallet, and people told me they want to see it on the channel. There you go. Yeah. I'm actually taking my quote-unquote lunch money out. So, thanks a lot, Doug. Appreciate it, man. You guys have a fantastic rest of the show.
Yeah, and you have a fun trip out there.
I will
Hopefully
try.
Find some books out in the West.
I do too. Yeah, thank you for this so much. Really? Is this am I buying this?
Yeah, no, that's you.
Oh, thank you
That's
so
for
much.
You, and that's.
Oh, my son. That's right. I can find a way to put that in my backpack. I really appreciate that, Doug. How's it going? Guys get comic books? All right.
I do, lots and lots.
All right. So anything over $5 is 50% off. Otherwise, it's what's priced. Okay.
And these I didn't get a chance to price yet, so I'll just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll peek and. Cool. All right. I get magic cards too. I gotta check those. That's cool. I like that. Classic.
So how much is this guy?
Oh.
And it's the far left box not priced.
Yeah, but
Some of them were.
Yeah, I just didn't have time. I got to be honest with you. I was supposed to price them last night, and I decided to go with some friends and get a banana split. So that won over pricing comics.
That's the best reason I've heard, to be honest with you. As far as excuses go, that's a really good one.
It's a truth. It's not really an excuse.
Right.
By the time I got back, it was dark. I'm like, I'm not pricing.
I've never seen that one. How'd you pass up this New Kids on the Block rock and roll? Can't believe there's two of them in there.
I have like 20 copies of each one of those.
Oh, do you?
I brought a Kiss one last.
Some of them are really good, though. Some of them, like, yeah.
Never read them, but the cover of the Kiss one's pretty cool.
Like, my aunt's a big Bon Jovi fan. I found one. It was like the best present she ever got. She loved it.
Yeah. I'm surprised New Kids don't have those.
There's two of them, and that's what I'm saying.
Local or something like that.
They are local. We didn't like them either, though. I'll cut that out of the footage. Someone's going to yell at me for that.
Yeah, I did a test run last show with comics.
Yeah? How'd
And
you
it was
do?
such a success. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put a whole bunch of
Yeah.
stuff out.
I must have missed you. Yeah, I was here.
Oh, were you here?
Yeah.
So I did really well.
I was booking. I was running. Like I'm always short on time. So. Yeah, no, people do good.
She's already told me that I can have this spot in May. So
Oh, there you go. That's huge though, when you already know like where you're setting up to. There you go.
That's going to be hot pretty soon.
Yep. Especially if you get them, kind of group them all together. Yeah. All right, Mike. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great to meet you. I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Great talking with you. So that was pretty cool. That guy drove up all the way from Georgia, although he is actually from Massachusetts originally. But he's actually going to be bringing more comic books next time, and he'll be in the exact same place. So, I'll be here in the spring. So one thing I rarely talk about is the food at Brimfield. So a lot of the stuff is, your normal fair stuff, carnival food. It's okay. But there's also food trucks, tons of them. And the food is fantastic. So when you're here, you need a break and some refreshment, you get some pretty awesome options. I might have to have something. All right, I've only been to 2 vendors so far, but they had a lot of comic books and I burnt through a lot of time. But I know one more person that's guaranteed to have comic books, and that is Jeff from Michigan with the comic book truck. I missed him in the summer session, but as I was driving through the flea market to park, I saw his truck. So I'm heading back over there right now. It's the complete other opposite end of the flea market, but always guaranteed to be a good time and some good comic books. Let's hoof it over there right now. So the last time I was here, it was a pretty slow flea market. I mentioned it in the video. The summer session tends to be a little quieter, and the spring and fall are better. Man, for the opening day, this place is hopping. It's about as busy as I've ever seen it. Fields are full, people are happy. Looks like a really good show. It's a bummer I only have 2 hours here. So I always say early bird gets the comics, and I was not early. I was still packing for my trip. I got here kind of late. And why that matters is I have a lot of friends I know from the area that were here at the crack of dawn hunting for comic books. So I'm guessing a lot of the good stuff's been picked through. Still, might get a little lucky, and I'm coming up to a place that I'm sure I'm gonna find some good stuff. And there he is. Can't keep you away very long, can we? How you been, buddy? I am busy as all get out.
How you doing, brother?
All right. So here is the legendary Jeff. Well, I guess the truck's legendary. You're legendary too. All the way from Michigan, and I was just having a conversation with him. I said some of my friends are coming early to pick through, and that started not this morning, but last night.
Last night.
So is there anything left for me to go through?
Yes.
Okay.
Lots to look at.
Good. I'm gonna go through really, really quick. Great seeing you, man. Awesome.
Take care, man.
So everything's out of the truck?
Yep.
Good. I love digging through there, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I think we got it all over.
All right. Cool. Hey, look at that.
Have a good day.
Some stuff sitting right here. Whoa. Wow. Cool. I had this as a kid. You gotta check some of these guys. See? Missing the antenna. Alright. Lots of duplicates of Fantastic Four. Just getting an idea of what's in here. Yeah, lots of duplicates. Good Doom cover there. Another good one. Modern, lots of Ghost Rider. Shout out to SOV Collector. Buddy of mine, biggest Ghost Rider fan I ever met in my life. SOV, of course, stands for Spirit of Vengeance. Nice Sons. Okay, and this one we have. All over the place. Hardware number 1. Oh, I just spotted something. Look at that. Oh, what do we have here? We got some sneaky comic books over here. It's a great cover. Detached staple, restapled. Still a great cover. Transformers the movie. We got some Gru. I know some Gru fans. Panther. Blackhawks, cool. Let's check this. West Coast Avengers. All stained. Alright, some better stuff here. Spidey vs. Magneto. That's neat. I always like this cover. actually based off of the cards, the Flair cards, and they're like hard cardstock. Pretty cool. Skip one. Look at that. And a box of pulps. Looks like they're all railroad. I think that's a pretty safe assumption. So cool. I'm very busy, yeah. I just found hidden under here some of these X-Men sticker albums. The wedding album. Take care. Good to see you. I used to have this. It's funny. All right, Jeff. We got a deal?
Thanks.
Pretty excited, man. Great to see you again. Am I going to see you next year?
Yes, absolutely.
Great. Nice to meet you. Absolutely. All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Have a safe drive back, all right?
You too. Have a safe trip to Oregon.
I will. Thanks. Take it easy, guys. All right. So that's a pretty good pickup. It's not in the best shape, but a pretty cool book, and I got a great deal on it. I even found some more comics, but I don't have time to go through them. I got to go. That's neat. Oh man, a part of me really wants a Pilgrim sandwich right now, but I don't have time. Gotta go. All right, guys, that's all the time I have. I need to make it to Boston to catch my plane, but I have one more sneaky idea to sort of wrap this video up. All right, guys, here we are back in the car, exactly 2 hours since I first left it. And normally at this point in the video, I would go back to my house in my nice little basement there and do my after part. The thing is, I am about to fly across the country. I'm not going to be back in that room for a while, and I would like to edit this video on the plane, which means for the first time ever, I'm going to film right here in my car. It's 1,000,000 degrees. The engine's off, so it doesn't vibrate the camera, so I'm going to go as fast as I can before I die of heat exhaustion. Let's start with the first vendor I went to, and that's my good friend Doug from yesterday's paper. He drives up from Pennsylvania every single Brimfield. I knew he'd have comic books. He always does, and that's why I started with him in my limited time. And you saw a couple of the comic books that I got. First and foremost is this. This is Superman number 199. It's from 1967. Carmine Infantino and Murphy Anderson cover. And this is the first race between Superman and the Flash. A very cool book, a kind of iconic book, one I've actually owned in the past. And I knew Doug had this last time. I didn't pull the trigger on it. I was happy he still had it. Really interesting thing I found out, though, this book was actually written by Jim Shooter. Yeah, Jim Shooter of, Marvel fame. He was a longtime editor-in-chief there. He also wrote comic books. And he wrote this in, 1967. But Jim Shooter's not that old of a guy. That's because Jim Shooter actually kind of famously started writing very young. In fact, when he was editor of Marvel, he was also young. But he started writing for DC Comics when he was basically a kid, a teenager. And he started writing stories. He sent them into DC as a way to make money for his family. His family was having a really hard time making ends meet, his mom and dad. His dad's car died. He was walking to work. So Jim Shooter had the idea of seeing if he could get work at DC. He sent in some stories. They hired him, and that first paycheck he got, he fixed his dad's car. So Jim Shooter actually wrote this story when he was 16 years old. What were you doing when you were 16? I know what I was doing, and it wasn't having published comic books, let alone one that is sort of an iconic key issue. So here we go, guys. First, Superman Flash race, and by the way, it ended in a tie. No surprise. And if I'm getting this one, I had to also get this one. This is the Flash number 175 from 1967. This is the second race between these two guys. And how does that one end? Once again, in a tie. I got both these from Doug for $50 total. They're not in the best shape. Definitely need a clean and a press, but still pretty cool to get as a pair. But he also had some gifts for me. He always does. He doesn't have to do it. First one's kind of funny. It's this one. This is X-Men number 90. This is one of the reprints that X-Men were doing. This one came out in 1974. It's a reprint of issue number 42, John Buscema cover. What's cool about it is that it's a 7-pence version, so it's a British version. What's really funny, though, is I recently saw this exact book at my friend Rick of Has Been Collectible Toys and Comics. He brought these back from his European trip. I looked at it. A buddy of ours, Bob, bought it and just traded it to Doug, who gave it to me. So, guys, it's a small community. I always say that. Pretty funny. I ended up with this book. Doug, thank you so much for this. It's a very, very cool cover. And then the last one's actually a gift for my kids. It's this awesome, yeah, basically it's a Marvel history book. It's got the history of Marvel Comics. It's really cool. And yeah, he thought my kids would enjoy it, and they absolutely will. Thank you so much, Doug. It's always great to see you at Brimfield, and I will absolutely see you at the next one. The next spot I went to, I actually got a tip from Bob when I was at Doug's place. He said there was a guy who was set up across the way. He came up from Georgia. He had some comic books, and I ended up getting 2 from him. He had a kind of a special deal going on, but I only ended up getting a couple. The first one is this. This is Patsy and Hetty, number 108. It's from 1966, written by Denny O'Neil, pencils by Al Hartley. Once again, this is one of those sort of romance ones that was, the editor was Stan Lee. Patsy and Hetty went back a long time ago, back into the golden age. It's just a cool girl cover, guys. I got it for $5. And the other one was this, Marvel Superhero Summer Special, X-Men. Is from 1991. I got this simply because it's an X-Men comic I did not already own. These sort of seasonal specials that came out, some of them are actually notable. Like you can find the first appearance of Squirrel Girl, I think in the winter one. But I've never seen this one. Multiple stories. They're good reads. Had to pick this one up. I also got it for $5. And then last but certainly not least, of course, I had to go find my buddy Jeff of Michigan in the comic book truck, guys. And yeah, he always treats me well. Like I said, though, some of my friends were there earlier and last night and just kind of cleaned him out. He didn't have much, but enough for me. So first and foremost, I got some non-comic books. These are basically like prints. They're nice glossy prints of the Fleer 94 Marvel cards. I don't know, thought they were pretty cool. Basically were throw-ins. But the comic books I got, the first one is kind of a funny one. This is Ren and Stimpy number 1. First appearance of Ren and Stimpy in comic books. I loved this show as a kid. It was on Nickelodeon. Way ahead of its time, actually. And yeah, I like Ren and Stimpy. This is funny. This is actually a book that has multiple printings. I think the later printings are rarer. I don't care about that. I don't even know which printing this is. I got it really cheap from 1992. Thought it was fun. But the big one, guys, that I got from him is this. This is Batman number 190 from 1967, Carmine Infantino cover. And this is an iconic Penguin cover. Very cool. People love this book, including me. I'm not even a huge Batman or DC fan. I recognize this book from a mile away. I was surprised to see it there. If people had cleaned them out, why wouldn't they pick up this pretty notable book? Well, that's because both staples have been pulled and it's been restapled. Which is a bummer. However, it presents really good. I basically treated this as a detached cover. It didn't really matter because when I brought all this stuff up to Jeff, he said $30 for all of them. I'm happy to pay that. $30 for all of these things. I'm very happy about it. All around, guys, exactly 2 hours, as fast as I possibly could. I didn't see too many people. In fact, this whole sides of the street I didn't even go to, but that's what you get when you only have 2 hours at a massive flea market like this. Head on down below. Let me know what you think of all my pickups. Oh, by the way, I paid less than $100 for all this. Less than $100 with parking, which is actually really good. So let me know which of my pickups you like the best. Do you think I got a good deal? And in the meantime, keep hunting for comic books in strange and unusual places like massive flea markets when you're on the way to the airport. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.